Hi, I'm SimmerRue, and welcome to my channel. So in today's video, we are here in Willow Creek, and I am doing an EA renovation. Just a little side note, can you believe that this background that we have behind me, this was like one of the first things that we ever saw from The Sims 4 in The Sims 3, when they gave us like custom art of what The Sims 4 is going to be. And I honestly thought that we would be able to access this. That's just a little thought. Now, with that being said, let's just jump into this renovation. So, this is a renovation, and this house honestly took me longer to renovate than what it takes me to build a house from scratch, like one of my big homes from scratch. Crazy, absolutely crazy. But yeah, so we start off with just delete absolutely everything. I don't want any of that. I don't like the windows, I don't like the placement. This is surprisingly one of the better homes in base game, in my personal opinion. It's not that bad, but we do make it better. Now, it's around about here that I was like, how am I going to make this build? How am I going to change the floor plan? I decide to kind of turn it into two homes. So we have like an apartment that is attached to the one side of the house, and then we also have the main home. At this point, on the upstairs, a lot changes later on. I actually like decorated half of this build, and then I went back because I didn't like it, because I wanted the downstairs to kind of have an upstairs as well. I just wanted it to be a little bit bigger, feel a little bit more private. We give them their own little back garden. It's so cute. I love this build when it's finished. This is honestly one of the favorite things, one of my favorite things that I've done in a while. And it really looks super, super, super cute. Even though this isn't even my original build, but you would never say it. I think I did such a good job in renovating. But yeah, that is enough of me tooting my own horn. Let's get back to the build. I make everything a kind of like white and modern because I went in with this family bought this house. They realized it was a bit too big. They could make extra money by kind of turning it into a flat, so they did a lot of renovations. And because renovations were made, I wanted this house to kind of reflect that. So we have a lot of whites mixed with some light pastel colors. I first went in and painted this entire place yellow. That was a vibe, but not the right one. So we change that. The house becomes green. I am way ahead of myself. We are still figuring out some paneling. So let's look at the screen and let's talk about what is happening. I needed something on the one side of the house, which is a chimney. For some reason, it kept on placing the floor, or like the roof piece of my wall that I placed. So that was a mission just to get that away. But we did. And in the end, she looks absolutely stunning. You can see the mustard yellow. It's cute. It's very Sims 2. But yeah, this is not the Sims 2. I thought by just placing these, by kind of separating it, by placing a border, like a floor border on the outside and adding some extra brick would help, but it just didn't. Here we painted the lighter, softer green color. It's like a pastel green, and she looks absolutely stunning. Y'all, looking at this now, I just got so upset again because we need better windows, more like suburban type windows. We have this, and then we have those from Cats and Dogs, which for me is like the perfect window for like a modern type of suburban house. But we just don't have enough, and it's really infuriating. We really need more. I mean, the last time we got this was with Seasons. I can't remember if Seasons came before Cats and Dogs. I think it does. So yeah, I'm gonna just say the last time we got proper windows was Seasons. I placed this door also without looking at my floor plan. This is what happened. So we have to go back and change that, which in hindsight isn't such a bad idea because we go in and we add the doors from Strangerville. stunning. It has like black frames in it. It was like it was just made for this build, and I cannot wait until we get it. I think also partly what took me so long in building this is I twirled a lot. You know, the builder's twirl where you just zoom, 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 zoom because you just keep on looking at what you are creating. I got really stuck in that. And yeah, as I mentioned, when I first got into the flow of it, then things got better. But getting there was a struggle. We are slowly but surely getting there. I loved adding that little tile detail in front of the door. I think it just adds something to the front porch, which it didn't have. And then we go ahead and we place some doors. As I mentioned, roundabout after this, after we've painted everything white, I do go downstairs and I decorate the entire place. It was all accents of like yellow, white, and black, and it was very harsh. It was very harsh. Once I got to decorating the master bedroom, I decided no, this isn't the vibe. We have to go out and change it. Now, I also wanted this little side area to be really private, so I gave them their own little front yard. That was initially all that I was going to do. Then I went in and I decorated my backyard. I knew that the main house, I wanted them to have like a main area with a pool and then a little side area where there would be some gardening. It looked weird just having that gap, so we go in and this is where I decide, okay, you are going to have a backyard as well, which also just adds so much to this house because this house was so bland and boring when you look at it just from the outside, and just adding these two sliding doors really changes just that small little, just the way that it looks, which is what we want. This is where we take a little bit of a break, so there was a swipe. And now we're going in and we are changing. I needed stairs. This becomes the kitchen. I still wanted the bathroom to be attached to it, but it was a little bit weird. So the downstairs bathroom that was supposed to be in the main bedroom, or in the main house, we turned that into a bathroom and just add a little half bath downstairs. We will get to that in a bit. I also had to struggle with what side do I want the main bedroom to be. I chose the side with the balcony. It just made more sense because both the children's rooms have balconies. The extra apartment, they have a backyard, so they don't need a balcony, and I also wasn't about to change the entire backyard again by adding a balcony for the main for like my parents, because I really loved the way it looked at back. So yeah, the choices were made and I'm quite happy with it. Now we're going in and we are decorating. As I said before, my first time going in, it was like very yellow, black, and like light woods with whites. We go completely different. We go in with green and warm wood tones. It really lives the place up. Also, I wanted the apartment to kind of reflect the main house. You will see when we get there, because the apartment it's so busy. The apartment is like one of my favorite parts of this entire house. Here we have like a cluttered family structured home, but yeah, the other side, as I said, it's a little bit more maximalistic than what we have here. This beautiful stone wall detail at back. I wasn't like at the back of the fireplace. I wasn't actually planning on using it. I just saw it in the catalog and I was like, okay, let's just see what this looks like. And it just worked so well. I don't think I've ever used that stone. And that's definitely going to change. I am definitely going to use that stone a lot more. Also, these windows here, they are kind of at such a weird place. So I had to play around with curtains to make it more symmetric with my dining room table and also my kitchen. I didn't want to go back outside and change all the windows because that really would have changed the entire structure of what the house looks. So we have to just use some curtain manipulation. I would have loved both of these like couches to be very symmetric with the window, but using curtains, we really just bypass that. The wonders of decorating is just next level. This is what I love about like interior design, is the control that you have, even if it is in an uncontrollable space. Not that this isn't an uncontrollable space, because I built this and I could easily have changed this, but I didn't want to. Mm-mm. No. Now, you can see we go in with a lot of little green accents. I loved those yellow chairs. They don't really match. That's also the only yellow and black that we have downstairs. And I did go in off camera and change it, but I keep on going back to it. I just needed that pop of yellow. We need that pop of color to make this place not seem completely fucking boring. So yeah, choices were made. We have a piano here. Oh, there you can see, I can't remember if you saw me actually building it, but this is now going to be the half bath that's next to it. That was always the main bathroom. So yeah, as you can see there, things have changed. Now, we go in with some blinds and just the rest of the curtain railings. The one corner of the downstairs stays pretty empty. I think I actually cluttered that up off camera, but obviously I will show you that at the end of the build. I can't remember if I record this or not. Yeah. This is the problem with building things way in advance. Sometimes you think you know everything. You've got your notes, and then stuff like that pop up, and then you're like, oh, did I? Or didn't I? But yeah, that is the surprise for the end. We just tile everything. This is the little scullery. I hate fridges that are visible. It is disgusting. I have it in my house, but one day when I'm in my forever house and I'm a grown-ass person, my kitchen, my fridge would not be visible. Just know that. These are facts. These are facts. Now we're going into the apartment. So we built their kitchen. I go in, as I mentioned, it's very, very eccentric, but pink is kind of the main color theme that we have. This kitchen is probably my favorite kitchen that I have ever done in anything ever. I would never leave this. I would constantly invite all my friends over just to have coffee. So that they can no, sorry, not that. So that they can sit in my kitchen. I am so sorry. That is not what you do in a kitchen. But yeah, I would constantly just have friends over and we will talk all kinds of nonsense and just be all braggy because my kitchen is absolutely amazing. So here we go ahead, we add this gallery wall, which is a mixture of plants and paintings. I place these little ones there and I never change them. They are still little flowers. Well, not still. I changed them off camera, but I completely forgot to change them in here. And I only noticed that when I was editing. So I was able to go back to the game and actually change it before I uploaded this to the gallery, because that would have been embarrassing. And we just can't have that now. I just cannot have the embarrassing notion of placing something like that on the gallery. There's always something. I always place things on the gallery and there's also always something that is off. This tile wall in this pink is just everything. You cannot tell me that this is not the most beautiful pink tile walling that you have ever seen in The Sims, because it honestly is. It is so iconic, it is so cute, and I'm definitely going to use it a lot. We also fill up just the rest of the kitchen with some clutter space. I don't know, we're completely overboard with it, because our Sims still need to cook, you know? And then we go in with my favorite carpets at the moment, which I am just obsessed with, and she looks adorable. This is also the first time ever that I've got to use that fireplace. Absolutely stunning. I'm also going to use that a lot more. I don't know why I skip it. I think it's because the main color that they show us, like the basic color, is just not very appealing to my eye. So I never actually go into it, but oh my god, It is stunning and it works absolutely perfectly. I changed the staircase later on to the staircase that came with high school years because, again, it's got like all these pastel colors. It was like the Sims team just wanted me to build this pastel apartment, and I was here for it. I was living. It was everything. I just needed it. And we clutter, and we clutter. I do use a lot of paintings and things kind of duplicate, like that gallery wall that we just have. I use that in this apartment's bathroom as well, but we do use a different color, so I'm completely okay with that. At that point, when I decorated the bathrooms, I was like so many hours into this build, and I honestly just wanted the bathrooms to be finished. I wanted to go outside and I wanted to touch the fake grass of the Sims and just decorate that. So yeah, we apologize about that, but it still looks really good. So I don't even know why I'm apologizing, because she came out amazing. I just keep on telling you this because it is true. It is true. I love it. Just look at this little seating space. The couches all being like kind of off-centered, and the pink. I used that pink couch in yesterday's build as well. And weirdly enough, I think it's because I built them at the same time. Like, I jumped between the two builds. And subconsciously, I probably didn't realize it. Not that it matters, because that build is absolutely iconic. And that so is that couch. But, yeah. We go in with this beautiful little teal wall. Is it turquoise? I don't know. It's green. We go in with that wall. It's from one of the kits, the cottage kit or something like that, and it just works perfectly. I try to incorporate the normal brick wall again, but no, we go in with white painted brick, a little bit of plaster, but not too much, and it's just stunning. It just adds that extra detail that we all knew we wanted and didn't know that we need. This is the TV area of the main house. So I'm just going to jump around the main house and the apartment from here on out. It all depends on what I am decorating and how I am feeling at decorating that at the moment. These couches are from the new Book Nook kit. Obsession. I literally want to use them in every single build because they look so comfy. I probably would never leave them. We just needed more swatches. That's my only complaint, is we do not have enough swatches. We have the beige and the pinks and the blah blah blah, but we do really need more swatches. That's my only complaint. I then move these couches a little bit forward, and we utilize the Book Nook kit a little bit more by just placing these bookcases. It clipped weirdly, so I had to delete the entire thing and just start over so that we can have a gap in the middle, so that I can have a painting there and like a flower thing, and then it's just an extra little decorational piece, and it's usable, and yeah, it's just perfect. I love the colors of the books in the white swatch. It's just so colorful, and it really just adds that color that you sometimes just need in your house, especially when you go with a lot of whites and light colors. So I was really, really, really happy about that. We also then just go ahead and we just finish this landing. We place a lot of paintings. We create like our own little gallery wall, because this piece of wall is just massive, and trying to place a bunch of the in-game gallery walls is not gonna work. So we build our own. I do go back downstairs later on and just add a bit more, so that it does look like it is gracefully going up, but I also didn't want it to be all that you see when you go onto the stairs. I wanted the main gallery wall part to be upstairs. Downstairs it's more of just an accent, so that the staircase landing, it doesn't look too empty, because as I mentioned, the front door at this point is pretty bland, but we get there. Now it's time to do bedroom decorations. This is the master bedroom of the main house. We have the door that goes to the ensuite bathroom. That was kind of really important to me was having this ensuite bathroom. I needed it. And you can see that we used this green mirror again and the green carpet that we used downstairs, but it just worked too well with this room. I did contemplate, and originally I did use a lot of different things, but in the end that just looked best. So we went with it. Sims Team, give us more big mirrors. We don't have enough big mirrors that just fill up a space, and I feel like we need that. They love throwing kits at us. Come on, give us a mirror kit. We need a mirror kit. We need a Windows kit. There are so many kits that we need. Doors. We need doors. Like, oh my god. I just want a beautiful arched glass door. Is that too much to ask? Apparently. But yeah. So this bedroom is finished. It's not too cluttered. We go over to the apartment's bedroom, which is next door. You can already see with the colors that this is a lot more extreme than the rest of the house. I also kind of went in with a different primary color for every area and every room, as you've probably noticed. This one is more greens with yellows. Downstairs there's a lot of blues, even with the mix of yellows, but still a lot of pinks. And the kitchen is like basically just completely pink. I do keep accent colors of each and every room, but yeah, I just felt like this person isn't going to have their entire house and everything look the same with this type of colors, and you can really just play around with it. And that was the fun thing about doing this apartment area, was just having fun and just placing things everywhere. It was amazing. We filled this entire wall with that type of curtain, that weird stringy curtain. It looks really cute, and also it just brings in a lot of the extra colors, especially that turquoisey color and the pink from downstairs, and it kind of softens up the entire room. You still have light coming through it, so you still have that warmth. I don't know, it's just amazing. And then we finish it off with a lot of wall hanging lights that literally looks like they've been painted onto the wall. Just don't think of that. They do bring a lot of light into the game, so that's good. That's good. This is the... This is supposed to be the third bedroom in the main house. But I do decide to turn it into an office space. I think an office space is a little bit better than having two kids' rooms. We already have the apartment. I wanted to just break things up and not do just a bunch of bedrooms. So we have a little office space here with a little nook where we have another like bookcase. This bookcase is accessible. The one behind the couch in the living space isn't. It's because it's covered by a couch. So your Sims can't really access it. For some reason, they can put books away, but they can't take books out. I don't know how that works, but it does. It's probably just the animation. Now, this is the children's bed, well, the child's bedroom. I wanted a lot of teddy bears, so we have all these little plushies, all these teddies, just standing around. I give them their own TV in their room as well. It's mounted on the wall. It comes from Tiny Living. Yeah, it's the Tiny Living. It's really cute. It fills up the space. We have our couch where they can sit as well if they want to and just play with their bears. We put the bed in the corner looking really cute, and then using this floral carpet and just raising that up. This room looks and feels like you are outside with like a balcony, with like, yeah, it's a balcony thingy? I don't know. It's that material thing with all the lights just hanging over you. It is so cute. Then we changed the staircase, and now we have to do the bathroom. This downstairs toilet is kind of pushed into the corner. It is functional. Your Sims can get in and out of here. But it does... I can see if you think that it looks a little bit weird. Compromises had to be made. I wasn't going to go again and like change everything. And I couldn't move the door because then I had to change the piano space, and I really loved the way that it looked upstairs. So compromises. And it really doesn't look that bad. This is the upstairs bathroom where we have a shower tub combo, just a toilet, some extra plants. We have another wardrobe in there so that it is easily accessible, even though you can also enter Creator Sim through mirrors. But if you don't want to, there is the option. Same here, I push the toilet into the corner. It looks good though. It looks better than what it does downstairs, even though, like I mentioned, downstairs it really doesn't look that bad, but I just feel like I need to defend myself. And then we go into this bathroom. I wanted a pink tub. First I thought, am I going to go modern? And then I decided no. With this massive eccentric look that I'm going for, this classic bath just works a lot better. It lends itself a lot easier to the tiles and the walling and all of the plants, and she looks great. We add some extra turquoise towels, put in this wonky mirror. I placed that same wonky mirror at front next to the piano, but I do actually go and change that off camera. It's not, I couldn't just keep it. It didn't make any sense, so I had to change that. Here we are placing our pathway. I go with a bit more of a basic look that kind of blends in with the natural sidewalk that we already have, which is like these weird little tiles. And then we just go around and we just make this house blend in by adding some terrain paint, some shadows. I used to go very light with my bordering of the terrain. These days I don't. I kind of really like that harsh lighting. I will most likely in the next 2 to 3 months probably change my mind again and change the way that I approach landscaping. But this is the fun thing about landscaping for me, is just adapting and playing around with it. We add Scratchy. Is it Scratchy? That is Scratchy. Isn't it Scratchy? It's Scratchy. No, I can't remember. But yeah, we add him, the Scarecrow, because it's cute. And what else does he have to do? I never add him in any of my builds, and it's kind of sad because he's such an iconic part of The Sims 4 that we just need to eat it more. What is with my wording? That we just need to add more of him. He deserves better. Justice for Scratchy or Scrub, I don't know, but justice for him. Justice. It will be served. Now, as you can see, this video is going on for so long, I'm starting to ramble about random things. It's the dehydration. I can feel my throat drying up. I need to put water here. There once was a time when I just started and I was really prepared, and I always had my ginger juice so close I could just grab it and drink it. And now it isn't here. It's in the fridge. Why am I like this? So yeah, so we go ahead and we place just all our little statues, our plants, Y'all, let me just quickly pause. Sorry, where was I? I had to pause and just go drink something, even though there's only like 3 minutes left. I was babbling. So yeah, so we place our flower pots down. That is what I wanted to say, not statues. And just kind of planning where I want certain things to be. I really wanted this cute little sitting area in the front garden of the side house, because the back garden of the main home is just so intricate and so beautiful, and they have their own little vegetable garden. I kind of wanted to reflect that over into this apartment space as well. So we have this tiny little courtyard that I am building for them, where we add a stool, we add this beautiful painted like sitting area, we add the bonsai tree. I also add the flower decorating table. Now behind here I only add 2 planting spots. This is where I thought, okay, you could like plant some flowers and your sim can be like a flower decorating person, and I think that is really cute. So we just add some more bushes around it to look like that is all part of your working station. And then we just go ahead with some more debug plants. This is a mixture of debug and normal in-game plants that I use. I didn't want to go full debug. They didn't really have everything that I wanted. And also debug plants are really big, which is really nice for filling up big spaces. But we also have a lot of small spaces that need to be filled. I love these big bushes just going around like all of my layouts that I have. But you will see at front like the topiaries that we place, and then the yeah, some of the trees, some of them are also just from the normal build by catalog. Now, there's a massive space at back of this build, kind of like on the side. You will see we go in there and we add a children's play area. It will only be accessible to your kids, obviously, on this lot. But it does look like it is part of the world, and that is what we were going for. Now we just fill up everything else with some terrain paint. Make it look like it is part of this. Make all the plants and things just look like they are inside of a flower bed and not just floating, which is one of my pet peeves when it comes to plants in the world. Some of them literally just look like they are supposed to be flower beds, but they're not. You can see what I'm talking about when I said that I am adding like the children's toy area. We also just go in with the terrain paint that looks like it is blending in with the rest of the world, and then just some debug plants that match the plants that you see around us, which is more like flowers, these little stepping stones, and then we finish things off with trees. And I'm quickly going to jump into the game and just show you around. We are back in the game. This house still looks really, really, really stunning. So yeah, as you can see that from this angle, it honestly does look like this is a house on its own, which is what I was going for. And then, of course, this main little house area here. Here is the door that I mentioned earlier. It just matches perfectly. I mean, even the colors, like the green in it, it's like it was meant to be placed on this house. Going at back here, we have a top-down view. I am also just quickly going to show you the floor plan of this. This is our TV area, our staircase is up here, the front door is just down here. Here we have our study, our main bathroom, our children's room with a really big closet, but it's this big because we had two closets and also couldn't make it smaller. It would have looked weird on either end of the house. So yeah, we have this, and then going here, this is just the apartment room, the staircase from the apartment coming up here. This is the ensuite bathroom of the main bedroom. Now going downstairs, this is our front door. We have our formal sitting area, our dining room, our piano. We have our kitchen space, the half bath, the apartment's bathroom. We have the apartment sitting and entrance area, and then the apartment kitchen. I see Michaela is busy cooking. Here on like the tiniest piece of counter imaginable in this tiny little room. When we've got all the kitchen space, we decide to cook there. It's probably because the fridge is there. Like, what the fuck? I probably should have put something there. But yeah, looking here, you can see we just came downstairs and we decorated this area. So we have this small little gallery wall here. Over here, we have our... I just placed like a phone with keys, some bookcases. We've got some more bookcases in this little rack thing that just looks amazing. We added some shoes, an umbrella. And then, of course, on top of the piano, we just have a little bit of a fishbowl. And this is the mirror that I changed. Thank you so much for joining me on this massive build journey. It really was a journey. But in the end, it came out absolutely amazingly. This house is on the gallery. I think it's family home with apartment, if I am not mistaken. So if you want to, you can definitely download it there. My gallery is linked down below. Now that they changed the gallery settings, just feel like we need to to say that we uploaded something. But yeah, it's very, very, very frustrating, the lack of notifications that we are getting. So with that being said, I'm not going to end this on a negative note. Y'all must have a great day, and I hope to see you all again tomorrow. Bye-bye.